Bravery comes in many forms. That's the message punted at the unveiling of a monument to honor the Concordia town guard. The men refused to be drawn into the South African War, a conflict between the British and the Boers.
The history books are filled with stories of men and women and their brave acts on the battlefield. But this monument at Concordia in the Namaqualand honors 110 men who did the opposite. They refused to fight. Initially labelled as cowards, the men refused an order to join British troops against the Boers who had stormed into nearby Oakip in the Namaqualand. Instead, the men chose to protect their families. More than a century later, the history books have been rewritten.
The story that was turned out was the story that was spread by first of all, the British Army, because they thought it was a great shame, a scandal, that Concordia was surrendered to the Boers without firing a shot. That's the way things have always been seen. Okay, but it's always the dream of a historian to be able to overturn a received narrative and say, no, there's much more to this story than that.
The monument bears the names of the 110 men.
This is one of the lessons that I taught my children. The one who walk away from a fight is the one who wins it. I'm sure my father is my grandfather and my great-grandfather, whose name is here today, that life lesson come from them.
This was a relatively unknown story.
That's our next step that we want to do, is to get these books into the school so that the students can learn about it. Future students in the primary schools can learn about it.
The monument was constructed by locals. A movie about the Concordia town guard is in the pipeline. Ulrich Hendricks, SABC News, Concordia, Northern Cape.